Good day, my little robins. It's me, Beth. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another music video reaction. Today we are in America and we are reacting to BEARTOOTH and their brand new song / music video, Might Love Myself, off their upcoming album, The Surface, which is out in October. Now, I know what you're thinking. You haven't really touched on BEARTOOTH on the channel before, but I'm wearing my favourite BEARTOOTH shirt. They were also like my final gig of like 2020 before like the world shut down. I also got COVID there for the first time, so you know, I have so many memories with BEARTOOTH. But BEARTOOTH are definitely one of those bands that have a song and an album for every single emotion. So I'm really looking forward to this because from what I'm seeing, is it going to be a happy song? Am I going to, like, might I love myself at the end of this video? Who knows? You know, that is the joy of, like, BEARTOOTH. You don't really know what you're getting when you click on the video. Before we begin, if you'd like to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking a like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified when I upload on this channel. Enough rambling, let's just dive straight into BEARTOOTH. Okay, let's press play. Okay, Caleb. Shirtless, pink background, I like. Is it going to be happy upbeat, but then there's going to be some ooh meaning? Or are we just going to get a happy anthem? His voice though.
And I sold myself a lie, still gave it one more try, gave everything that I had and more. Couldn't happen to me, couldn't happen to me, couldn't.
It's gonna slap.
Ooh, then it took my body over, lost all my composure, never felt quite like this before.
This is so different to like early BEARTOOTH.
Chemistry is changing, emotions rearranging. I'm out of my cage, breaking my spell. Think I might love myself.
I feel like this is going to be a good song live though. Get the crowd like bouncing along.
Trade my hope for pain, still hate who I became. How long am I gonna be young and lost? Might never feel right, never be clear, but nothing will change until I face my fear. Done paying the price without.
I also like the stark contrast between him and the rest of the band.
Could it happen to me? Could it happen to me? Could it happen to me?
Boys.
It took my body over, lost all my composure, never felt quite like this before.
I quite like this like soft and lighter side of BEARTOOTH.
Chemistry is changing, emotions rearranging.
Like they are so diverse, and like Caleb's voice can do anything.
Think I might love myself.
Okay, we're gonna get something with the guitars, the drums.
Somehow I'm losing every minute. Gotta make a choice, gotta push it to the limit. Never felt better, never making an apology. I'm exactly who I wanna be.
Yeah. It had to come to something like this.
It took my body over, lost all my composure. Never felt quite
I
like.
could easily hear this on the radio.
Chemistry is changing, emotions rearranging. I'm out of my cage, breaking my spell. Think I might love myself.
Okay, we're coming to the end.
Think I might love myself.
is the end. That was Might Love Myself by BEARTOOTH. Wow. Never thought about self-love, but BEARTOOTH, you're making me think, yeah, screw relationships. Just be in a relationship with yourself. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna say this now, like, a lot of bands who have been around a while, who are like, are still making music, I'm not sure like if it's like coming like post-COVID, but definitely I find that more bands are like not just like evolving, like maturing, but like they're experimenting, like they're changing their sound, they're changing their style. It works for some bands, it doesn't work for others. And I feel like BEARTOOTH, like over the past, like definitely coming like 2020 onwards, and definitely coming out of COVID, it definitely feels like they are just kind of like on like a slow like upcline in terms of like trying different things and like trying different sounds and like styles, and you know, 9 times out of 10 they do hit. And Might Love Myself, I'm gonna say this now, it feels like, I don't want to get hate for this, but I'm just going to be completely honest. I said I could hear it on the radio, and what I mean by that, I'll probably hear it on Kerrang radio at some point. But I could easily see this being played on one of like the mainstream radio stations, not just here in the UK, but probably also like in the US and like around Europe. And that's not a bad thing, because it definitely opened the band up to new fans, which is always good, because bands need fans. That was a little bit of a mouthful. However, I could easily see this song being sung by like a pop artist, which is insane. Then I'm like, okay, it's a little bit poppy, but then like the instrumentation with like the guitars, the bass, the drums, like if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for the band, I'm like, oh, okay, it's just like, it's like radio pop, it's like a pop song, but then, you know, we had that little breakdown at the end, and we got like the, and I was like, yeah, that's the BEARTOOTH. There we go, BEARTOOTH, you know. But yeah, it definitely feels like an alternative like rock, metal, pop song, and I'm not entirely mad at that, because it means it's very digestible. I've been a fan of BEARTOOTH. I heard of them when it was their Disgusting album. I had a friend who was obsessed with that album. But really the first album of BEARTOOTH that I got into was 2016's Aggressive. I've got them up here because I couldn't remember like the years. But hands down for me, like Disease is my favourite BEARTOOTH album. I mean, it was the tour I saw. I've literally got Disease written on my arm. It is hands down their best album. Then we had like Below in like 2021, which had some bangers on. Lots of bands were releasing albums during COVID, and everyone was like, yes, 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 new music. And then we've got this upcoming album that comes out in October, and I'm just there like, okay, if this is the tone they're going for, I'm not mad. But if you put all their albums side by side, you can hear and see the clear evolution of like the sound, the lyrics, and like how the band sound. But BEARTOOTH are definitely one of those bands that has a song for every feeling, every emotion, like every mood, every aesthetic. And you can happily go back and go, okay, I want the more like, angry, angsty BEARTOOTH. But then also at the same time, I want the BEARTOOTH, you know, that's like, you know what, just love yourself. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I should just learn to love myself. Now, we've got to talk about the music video, because it is one of those simple music videos. It was literally the band in a warehouse with like a pink screen. Got to live like probably like millennial pink, which is like, well, perfect timing for Barbie. This probably wasn't planned with like the Barbie film coming out, but I'm just like, oh yeah, the pink Barbie. But yeah, it was literally just a band in the warehouse. Like lighting changes. The lighting didn't really change until like the little breakdown bit at the end. So I can be very 50-50 on those, but I'm going to give them like benefit of the doubt, because there were some like nice like camera angles, and we got some nice like solo shots of Caleb, and I was like, okay, there's enough like camera angle diversity that I was like, okay, it's not just camera, band, or it's not like the one where it's not just like a spinny camera. So yeah, It was simple. It was simple, done alright. Like, it wasn't the best mind-blowing. Like, I've seen some bands that have done so much more with, like, a warehouse, like, one little scene space. But definitely I feel like it fit the song, like, the simplicity behind, like, the lyrics and, like, the meaning. Like, you didn't want to really be, like, overpowered, like, visually, because you're focusing on the song. You're focusing on Kayla's vocals, which are insane, by the way. Oh, also, that man, without a shirt on, chef's kiss. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm definitely going to listen to it again. BEARTOOTH is one of the few bands where pretty much I could probably go to any Spotify playlist that I've created, and you will find a BEARTOOTH song on a playlist, and it's across all their albums. Because I have playlists for different moods, and like I said, BEARTOOTH is that perfect band because they have songs for every mood. Ah, BEARTOOTH, you know, never change, and I really want to see you guys again here in the UK. You know, I mean, I've only got like one BEARTOOTH shirt, so I feel like I need some more merch off you guys. I'm just saying. In the comments below, I'd love to hear, you know, your guys' thoughts and opinions on the song, the video, the band. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Sound off. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion here on the channel, and trust me, a lot of you guys are very opinionated. Who would have thought it? Well, I kind of know it because I've read some of your comment sections before. Anyway, let's get into my rating / ranking. If I had to give Might Love Myself by BEARTOOTH a rating out of 10, guys, it is getting a 9 out of 10. 9 is fine here on the channel. It wasn't the most mind-blowing video, but it was a beautiful song, it was meaningful, it packed a punch lyric-wise, so that is why it's getting a 9. And I'm definitely going to have this song on repeat for definitely at least a week until someone else releases something. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Let's wrap up this video before I continue to ramble. If you'd like to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified when I upload on this channel. At the end of this video, you can check out my last 2 videos or playlist, depending on what mood I'm in when I'm editing this. Until next time, I'm Beth. Keep listening to good music. Goodbye. Sorry, like my throat. Goodbye.